afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to your 4-4 portal reading. Yo. Well, what does that mean? Do you know about it? Did I bring it? No, I left it in bed. Welcome, beautiful. Man, I think I'm gonna have to get more cards. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, there's lots of happy days today. Hit the like button when you lot come in, please. I beg you. First of all, can you not hear me? Hold on. Can you not hear me? Happy Earth Day. Who's ever heard of Earth Day? All month on my calendar, that's been popping up Earth Day on the 22nd. I'm like, I've never heard of no Earth Day before. But here we are. Wagwan Nima. Here we are celebrating Earth Day, and what else? Eid Mubarak. I finished Ramadan, y'all. I did that. I'm not gonna lie. I stopped a day early because my cycle dropped on the new moon. But other than that, okay, and I had one day off the day before my birthday, and then another day off last week, Friday, because I had just the fullest day and I just didn't want to pass out on people's children. So yeah, 3 days out, and you already know I didn't start right from the beginning because I had my teeth out and I had my period then. But yeah, I did a majority of Ramadan fasting. Woo! And I'm excited to do it again next year. I'm doing it next year, and I want to go, like you lot already know, I want to go to a Muslim country so that I can hear the call for prayer and get involved, and you know. Oh, lovely. Perfect timing. But yeah, today's Earth Day, and the theme is cleaning up the planet. And because I googled it before I came on it, I'm not gonna right because I've never heard of it. And apparently it's been celebrated for like 50 years. So yeah, planet cleaning up. And they say the best way to celebrate Earth Day is to go out today with a plastic bag of sorts or whatever and pick up rubbish wherever you see it. I was like, I like that celebration. So the 22nd of every April is Earth Day, which is also Portal Day, which is also brand spanking new. Okay, it makes sense. Earth Day, Taurus season. Makes sense. You want to know why I use Miley Cyrus as the thumbnail on the Wrecking Ball? Because you see that Mercury retrograde, yeah? It came in like a whole wrecking ball. On top of all of the other things that happened. Listen, that's why I named this video The Soul is Purging. The soul is purging. You ever heard of such a thing? I'm about to break it down for you. But hit the like button when y'all come in, I beg. But listen, let me cleanse up cards because I've got a lot to cleanse. And I'm sorry, I said that I was going to come through yesterday with the Venus Day reading. The Mercury retrograde came through like a wrecking ball though. What did you want man to do? Because, yo. We're going to talk about it. Yeah. I enjoyed Ramadan, and there's so many tips and takeaways that I'm going to take from it. But I discuss it all over on Patreon, so I can't discuss it too much over here. So go. But yeah, so what else is going on? We got Jupiter in Aries, expansion. Expansion of what though? Did anybody ask what the expansion of what would be? Because as an Aries, an expansion of my current energy, which was Aries energy up until yesterday. I'm now my Taurus rising. Can you feel it? Can you see it? Like, I've got a little Chopin playing. I've eaten a delicious meal today for dinner, cooked with my own hands. I've changed my bedroom around, as you lot can see. I don't think you've seen it. No, I think Cozy Corner used to be here, so I've done a few like YouTube video, not YouTube, IG videos here, but I don't think I've ever done a YouTube video over here with my chakra lady. It's the windows behind there. So yeah, um, what else? The soul is purging, guys. If you have been in a very highly emotional state, avoiding a highly emotional state of avoidance. How about that? If you've been in a highly emotional state of avoidance, you will find that this retrograde in Taurus, this Mercury retrograde in Taurus, is going to draw you out. I feel like, yeah, it feels like the season, draw out season. Yeah, it feels like draw out season. Yeah, this is draw out season, because you're going to, if you haven't already addressed things that have been bothering you, um, you are going to do it now. You are going to do it loudly, and you are going to do it authentically. It may not be the most mature, but it's going to be honest and it's going to be true. So, first of all, there's no judgment here. We're all human, as I'm constantly being reminded. Um, and we feel things, and we're feeling things very largely, like I talked about Jupiter in Aries. So the expansion planet is in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet of war. I'm just saying. So, you know, I'm not. I want to be happy clappy and talk about abundance in other things, but I think there's going to be an abundance of Aggie energy in it. So please prepare yourself for the wrecking ball, because when it hits you, you're gonna do like Miley Cyrus. You're gonna ride that bitch. You will have no choice. But also don't neglect the fact that you are not alone. Don't neglect the fact that you are supported heavily um, during this process. Yesterday, I sat by my altar, which was sat right here next to me, and it's got a beautiful rug in front of it. This is a first, isn't it? It's a first to have a rug in front of the altar, and so I was able to kneel by the altar and cry, like on a different level of crying, and ask for what I needed in a way that I've never asked before, and trust and believe. Um, Less than 24 hours later, um, I feel supported, I feel seen and heard, and my faith is forever strengthened, um, not only in my spirit team but in my process. Hey Blaine. Yeah, so I feel like you guys just allow, as my youngest daughter said, she expected to be hit by a bus anyhow. So when the bus or the wrecking ball hits you, you don't need to tense up. You can let it hit you and fling you to the other side of the space. But make sure what is said and done in those moments are authentic. Don't hold back now. Don't hold back now. Because whatever needs to be said and done in this time needs to be said and done in this time. I did a reading for the shadow, and it said that the shadow feels like something ain't right. Shadow's chilling, shadow's integrated, shadow's bliss. However, shadow's still the shadow, and when something doesn't feel right, the shadow is not going to rest until it is addressed. So I feel like if this Mercury retrograde was one of the aspects of the soul, it would be the shadow right now. And you got to remember, Taurus is also the twin of Scorpio. And we all know what Scorpio do. Scorpio is the subconscious energy, the underworld, what lays beneath the calm, what lays beneath your calm. I also feel like this Mercury retrograde is going to be a parade of disagreements, a parade of human differences coming to the forefront. And I do believe, yes, it was the new moon 2 days ago, Blaine, and that was in 29 degrees Aries. So I do believe that it's going to be wise for us to pick our battles at this time, because we all get to jump into battles and involve ourselves in whatever's going on now because of social media. I would definitely recommend that we stay neutral in our engagement in social media, because what's going to happen is that you're going to be entangled in the comments, and before you know it, you're going to be, first of all, arguing with stupid people. Hey, Crystalline Alchemist. And second of all, you're going to be wasting energy and deflecting you from the things that you need to be concerned about in your world. Thank you, Crystalline Alchemist. I'm absolutely in my Mama Yamea energy today. I've needed her, girl. I've needed her today. Oof. So, I feel like, thanks, Ma. So yeah, I feel like, 1, 2, 3. I feel like preserve your energy for the things that actually matter and concern you. Exactly. I really invisible. You already know how I feel about that. You know, I don't like to argue with anybody, especially not on social media. I'd rather pull up and we can have the conversation in real time, in the flesh. I prefer that personally. And like I said, Jupiter in Aries, an expansion, yes, of forward movement, of leadership, of going towards what it is that you want to achieve. But there's also going to be an expansion of Aggie energy because of Mars. And so, and this, I mean, we never read it nowhere. You already know I'm not an astrologer. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling in it. So, we had 2 new moons in Aries. I also want to talk about Venus in Gemini. There's been a change of perspective when it comes to what we value, our values, because obviously Venus rules our values. So Venus in Gemini. Ooh, you're like my daughter. My eldest daughter's an Aries moon. Quite a lovable creature, that one. So what do you call it? Yeah, I don't really like Aries sun people. I even know I'm an Aries sun. I prefer Aries moon people. They're much more lovable, in my opinion. Anyway, Venus in Gemini. There's a change of perspective. There seems to be a calm when it comes to relating to others in love, in intimacy, um, in partnership. So you see me on IG and maybe a little bit on here talking about this twin flame energy being very loud. Now, really and truly, I could skate away from it. I could absolutely say nothing. You guys can't hold me up for nothing because I said what I said last year. I said what I said last year, and I meant it. And that's really what I felt like. That everybody needed to just, you know, do their own thing. But there seems to be a regrouping going on. There seems to be a regrouping going on, and now because of this Mercury retrograde and the Aggie energy from Jupiter in Aries, there seems to be an element of doubt, of almost like feels a little bit too good to be true. Why would anything be any different from before? Again, like I said, change of perspective. There's a change of viewing. Like I said, our values are changing. What we value, what we perceive to be important when it comes to our relationships and our bonds with others. I also want to say that this Venus in Gemini energy is also very loud when it comes to the reconciliation of the mother energy and the child energy. Let me say, last year, around this time last year, because sometimes I do go back and I watch my old videos, or sometimes I'll even just pick one, just be like, that one, not necessarily from a particular year ago or whatever. So the other day I was watching a video that I did on IG. It was a Venus Day reading, and although the theme was about relationships, the underlying energy was the family and the importance of the protection of the children. I think we were going through that time last year where an alarming amount of British black babies were just going missing, and it was concerning me differently, to the point where I needed to hold parents accountable for what they are feeding their children, foods and other stimuli, how they were protecting their children, praying, bathing, and other amulets and crystals and things, and how they were teaching their children self-defense against the principalities, against the things that they can't see. And I feel like we are round again with this same energy. Our children are always at risk of some type of contamination, pollution, and foolishness from not only Simon and them, but also other principalities that are unseen. And so today, I want to remind us that it's even more important than ever before not to let our children go astray. And even if there are issues with the dynamic between certain relationships with our children, remember that your inner child is also under attack. So whatever the theme is for the children right now, your inner child will be feeling that too. So you may feel certain triggers and lash out instead of protecting. And I want to hold my hands up. I'm only telling you because I'm living it. So yeah, guys, just make sure that you continue to pray over your babies. If they're at, I mean, any age, my children will eat what I cook. If I don't cook, they'll eat noodles. And I don't want them eating them low vibrational things, so I'm going to cook. So, you know, it doesn't matter whether the children are yours or not. If you've got like nephews, nieces, cousins, neighbours, children, you know, please, at least, at the very least, a small prayer over them. I think that's going to be a theme, a reminder to continue to do that. When you see any child in any type of difficulty, whether it's you know, on your screens or from a distance, please just send these babies protection, love and comfort, because it's a lot. It's a lot, and the principalities seem very, very strong right now, armed and dangerous. So yeah, that's a request from the mothers. As Mother Earth is celebrating, or Daughter Earth is celebrating her day today. Alright, look, I feel like I'm digressing from the point of why we're here, the soul purging. I feel like if you're ignoring your soul's cry, whatever the soul is asking you for right here, right now, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. You have to listen. You have to listen and follow instructions. Follow instructions. Happy Portal Day, that Brooklyn baby. Hey, girl. Wait. Too many things up here. I can't get up there. I've got lots and lots of cards today. I missed that. Sorry. Who was that? Was that you? Oh, I don't know who that was. I'm sorry. It's very important how to teach them how to protect themselves, not just physically or mentally, but spiritually as well. You know, we taught Kia when she was growing up. We taught her. Well, I didn't teach her because I'm a street fighter, but we put her in like self-defense classes. So she's a G at Taekwondo. Spiritually, we taught her how to meditate. This is her music, really and truly. Like, classical music really came into the house when she was born. And then obviously mentally how to set boundaries, but back then we didn't really know. I think the most we taught her, like I said, was physical and spiritual, but mentally we were still learning it ourselves. So it's really important how to, I mean, and I know this, like us old school parents and this soft parenting thing, we'll be looking like, interesting. Interesting stuff. But yeah, I think mental protection, to protect ourselves mentally with boundaries, because once you start teaching your child how to put, no, can you see my makeshift henna, but we're going to get into that. Once you start teaching your child about mental wellness and protection, then they start dropping that on you, talking about I need boundaries and all of the things. So again, you know, that's why I'm sure we never really taught Kia how to protect herself mentally. So because we weren't ready for our child to start telling us these things, but she's telling us these things right now. And you know, we're having to listen, and also set our own boundaries with her, so that, you know, everybody's carpet set. You get? No, it's the makeshift henna for me, you know, because I couldn't really do it. I did start trying. Oh, I can't believe I'm showing you that, for real. I did start trying, yeah, and then, I mean, it was a rush job, and then my henna was old. It was like 2 years old. It was 2 years expired, and so it was a bit runny. And then I've never done henna before, so I just turned it tribal. I mean, look at even these scratchings on my fingers or whatever. They look kind of like Aztec-y, aboriginally kind of, you know, like, but I couldn't resist. I was just like, nah, next year though, you know, I'm going to be in that Muslim country getting that gorgeous head up, like the whole arm. All right. Oh, isn't that quick? Let me get on with it, because I think I've been in like half an hour, yet drawn a card yet, you know, just be rapping. But you know, when I spend a lot of time away from, I have to, you know, I have to catch up. We have to catch up. Isn't Chopin nice? Do you think they will penalise me for having Chopin? I hope not, honestly. We've got quite a few decks today. We think we've got 4, 5, 6, 7 decks today, because I want to look at so many different things. We even got them out. We've even got the Romance Angels out, because we're going to be looking at Venus and Ting and Ting and Ting. I don't know where Mars is at right now. Where's Mars at? Soul rooted. 7 is the thing, and it's this water rabbit here, yeah, y'all. Mars is in Cancer. That's why I love you lot. Someone at the door. Who is it? Come, baby. Come. Are you at the door? Oh, okay. Thank you. Mars in Cancer. Ooh, Mars don't like it there. I'm just gonna let you know, Mars does not like it in Cancer. You can imagine why. Oh, it's with us in Taurus. Just left Aries in Taurus. So Mars and Mercury. Do you see? I told you lot Aggie behaviour. If Mars is in Mercury, Mars and Mercury are all together in Taurus. Wrecking ball vibes. Wrecking ball vibes. You lot can't tell me nothing. Alright, boom. Alright. Let's get into it. Our divine Mother and Father who live within us, hallowed be thy name, our freedom come, your will be done on earth as it is within us. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others, as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves, through all lifetimes, timelines, and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power, divided we are weak, united we are victorious. And to you, the Almighty, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Duanete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is, and so it will be. Ashe. Ashe. Hit the like button when y'all come in, please, my J's. My J's. My J's. My loves. Alright. Alright. What are we starting with? What's the question? Should we layer it out? So let's see, what does the collective need to know in regards to this 4-4 portal? Give me 2 themes for this 4-4 portal, and then we'll move on to the other things. I really thought I was going to do it zodiac-y today, but no. We'll do that another time. We'll do that another time. Okay, so it's going back and forth between, so I'm hearing it's in Taurus and back and forth between Taurus and Cancer. Mars don't like it in Cancer. I promise you. I promise you. It's too emotional over there. Do you know what I mean? No wonder overreaction is going to be a thing in this retrograde. I'm telling you guys. And I want to tell you lot to be like, you know, be cautious. Just go with it. Just go with it, because a lot of the time overreaction is truth. That's how you truly feel. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you pull it back, you wind it back, because you know you might have upset a few people, and you know what I mean, you might have looked a bit mad, but it was true. And then you know you can move from that place. You can move from the truth. Alright, boom. So I picked 2 cards from Sacred Destiny. We have got themes for this Mercury retrograde. This 4-4 portal. Let's go in. We'll do the portal retrograde, Venus in Gemini, Jupiter in Aries. Remind me, yeah, when I if I get stuck. People around me have been in their fields and have really reserved, and honestly, oh yes, Mercury is in retro in Taurus right now. That is correct. Mars is in Cancer and Mercury in Taurus, and Moon is currently in Gemini. It's a mess. Speak the ting. Speak the ting. All right, boom. First of all, we got stillness. We got stillness for this portal. Be still and know that I am God the Father. Who knows that song? If you do know that song, please somebody tell me who sings it, because I feel like I can't find that song nowhere no more. Be still and know that I am God the Father. Be still and know that I am King of all kings. Be still and know that I am here to protect you, to guide you and to love you. Be still and know. Those are the lyrics. If you know those lyrics, oh, it was you, Shonda. I thought it was you. Remember when I was like, I didn't see who said what he said? Girl, well, go on, mama. It's true. It's true, you know, the swan. And you know, I mean, the swan. The swan's always represented, for me, that transformation of going from something ugly into something beautiful, or something that was perceived to be ugly into something beautiful. And then later on, as I've got older, as I've tapped into this whole twin flame thing, anytime I see swans, especially double swans, it's always that energy as well. So stillness, I feel like in this 4-4 portal, we are asked to be as still. Hey Shawnee, happy Earth Day to you as well. We are being asked to be as still as possible, because there's lots going on. There's a lot going on, and if we are too frantic, if we are too busy, if we are too preoccupied, if we are too distracted, as I just was, because the babies are playing with hair dye, and so there's a lot of excitement going on. They're going out tonight. I might go with them, you know. I might. So yeah. If we are too distracted, then you know we miss some shit. There's some shit we miss. This song reminds me of Concorde. Who remembers Concorde? The aeroplane that could go from London to New York in an hour. Who remembers Concorde? Why did they stop that? And that technology back then in the 70s and 80s, my G's, why did they stop Concorde? Anyway, let me get a clarifier. Oh, I don't need a clarifier. Stillness, be still and know. You get me? And there's something I feel like as well in the wee hours, in the twilight hours, in the quietest time of day. While I was doing Ramadan, I was staying up. I mean, I can stay up late, boy, but I was staying up super late. Crystalline Alchemist, you 1, 2. No, it doesn't say 1, 2, 3, 4. You young people, you don't know about Concorde. Man, it was for the rich people. British Airways aeroplane, and this was a flight that could go from London to New York. I might be exaggerating. Maybe it got there in 2 hours, but it went from London to New York in a matter of couple. You could go from you could go to your afternoon meeting, wake up in London, and be in New York the same day for your meeting, and come home back to London and sleep in your bed. That's how quick this aeroplane was, and they stopped it. So, girl, how come you don't know about Concorde? This was the music. This was the music for the advert. This was it. Anyway, guys, talking about the stillness of the night, yeah. In the still of the night. Who knows that song? Okay, boom. I'm really showing my age. Listen, you lot. In the wee hours, it's so quiet, it's so peaceful, so beautiful. And I was very creative in those hours. Sometimes I'd be sleeping like just before it got light, so that and then before, it was kind of in line with Ramadan, because I wasn't going to sleep and waking up for prayer, but I would pray before I slept, and that was at dawn. So it was a bit of a madness. The whole process of Ramadan was a bit mad for me. But back to stillness. Sometimes if you can't find peace in the daytime, you know, if you've got the privilege or the grace to be able to reverse your days sometimes, and maybe sleep during the day, and you know, do what you need to do when it's most quiet, most peaceful. I found that me and Kia were doing exactly the same thing. We were sleeping a lot during the day. I was sleeping a lot, trying to sleep away, fasting, and then waking up at ridiculous amounts of days and the ridiculous times of the day, getting the chores done. That's me, getting my chores done and doing what I needed to do. And then in the late hours, I'd be very, very creative. And so, yeah, if you can't find peace during the day, because there'll be a lot going on during the day, and it's advised to get off your phone by 11, get off a screen, that blue screen business or whatever it is that we are looking into, get out of it by 11, so that your brain has time to shut down. It's also been reported that if you scroll after 11 o'clock, you're more likely to feel depressed and feel some type of way. I don't know what the science is, but some guy was saying it. Yes, you don't know, Shawnee. I mean, the way my bedroom is set up right now, it's just dope. Honestly, it feels like a hotel. I mean, I always say that, but now this time it truly feels like hotel. Like I don't feel like I need to go anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere because we love my bedroom. You see, Venus and Gemini after Mars was just there. Mercury in Taurus, retro after being retro in Capricorn, last two places, collective change, blah, blah. Thank you for that. For real, for real. There's a lot going on. Also, thank you, Janabani. Thank you for telling us that Concorde got from London to New York in 2 hours and 53 minutes. That's wild, isn't it? And then they stopped that technology. Why? I'm gonna go away and come back on that one. Yep, that part too, Brooklyn baby. The stuff on your phone as well, and that constant scrolling. And then you've got us scrolling, looking at people we don't even know. Do you remember the days when we'd be scrolling and just looking at people in your light or contacts, or the people that you followed? Now you press one button, and next thing you know, you're following everybody. You're watching everybody on every subject in every team. 1 minute you're laughing, then you're taking in information, then you're shocked, then you're bored, and then what are we doing? It was super loud. Concorde, the engine was like, it was super loud. My parents were always talk about my mum, because she's a traveller. She loves travelling. She was always like, I want to go on Concorde. My dad's never been on an airplane in his life. He came over to England on a boat, so he always thought that anything that went that fast could not be good for human beings, and he wouldn't entertain her with that one. It was thousands of pounds a ticket. It was really expensive. It wasn't cheap then. Thank you, Isma, my sister. How are you, girl? I've been thinking about Barcelona so much. Anyway, so the stillness. Be still, you guys. Be still and know that in this 4/4 portal, not only are you in complete protection and in the bosom of our mother and father, I feel like we're really truly being asked to create, to spend a lot more time in stillness and quietness, so that the soul can truly purge. There's no distractions. Anything that needs to come up can. And then we got patience. Be patient with the process. You have to be patient with this process, because if you try to rush it, or if you become impatient with it, it's going to be excruciating. Did you hear what I said? It's going to be excruciating. And you don't have to experience that if you don't want to. So just like I said, be very patient and calm with this process. Create as much as you can in quiet, not necessarily solitude. You can create with other people, but let your mind be still, let your heart be light, and do your best work. It's really going to pay off. I mean, as somebody that reads cards and energy, I'm not really one to really be like, if you do this, that's going to happen. I just feel like that's what we're being asked to do. But I feel like the outcome of it, whatever you create in this time, is really going to pay dividends for you. And we talked about Pluto being in Aquarius for the next couple of months until June, and this time being like a blueprint for what's going to be popping off for your life in the next 20 years. So it's really important to plan and prepare, get yourself truly in a space where, if you had to be in this space for the next 20 years, would it be comfortable for you? Would you enjoy yourself? Would you feel safe? Would you feel fulfilled? Would you be happy? Would you be at peace? Would you be in love? Guys, all right, my G's. What was the next one? What's the next bit we're looking at? Mercury. This Mercury I know it's so beautiful. Chopin is my favorite. Mercury in Taurus. What are the themes? What are themes that the collective that watches this need to be concerned about? Huh? Where should we go? Should we go to Moonology? Let's go to Moonology. Why not? It's there. So what was the question again? Where are we? Mercury retrograde in Taurus. Well done for that. What is a theme? Give me a theme. I mean, I felt like we spoke lots on the theme, but give me a theme. Let's see. There's so much going on. She said Taurus be getting on her last nerve. Listen, my Taurus rising is really here for it all. Show the world the real you. Told you, just be authentic with it. Be authentic with it. Even if it seems dramatic and loud and it says full moon in Aquarius. Even if it feels dramatic and loud and crazy, go for it. Go for it, because it's going to be the truth. And then, you know, once it's all out, once you've said what you need to say and ting and ting and ting, then what's going to happen is, you know, it's there in front of you, and you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with it. Like I'm having to deal with my Buki henna design on my hand for the next. You're just going to have to deal with it. It's there. So, avoidance is not going to work very well for any of us. So I guess I am focusing on the negative aspect of show the world the real you, but then there's also the flip side of that, of truly showing the world who you are and what you are, what your values. I told you this Venus in Gemini energy, which is not going to be lasting much longer actually. I think it's early May, it's out, it goes somewhere else. So, you know, really give the world a taste of maybe an aspect of yourself that the world hasn't seen before. Or one of a gift that the world hasn't seen before. Hey SC, something that might shock some, because they'd be like, "Oh, did know they did that," or "Wow," you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do some wow factoring stuff, and let's do it. Let's think big. Let's think big with it, because Venus is. I mean, sorry, Aries, Jupiter at Aries thing is expansion about whatever it is that you're moving forward in. So, you know, do it big. Why not? Why not? So yeah, show the world the real you. Gemini in Venus. Venus in Gemini. Venus in Gemini. Venus in Gemini themes. Well gone for that. Yeah, soul rooted. My baby's having the same energy. Okay, we've got. Do you want them all? Thank you, Shona. Right, themes for because I missed Venus Day reading yesterday. I've let all 4 cards be the themes, and we're going to start with heart-to-heart conversations. It says honestly discuss your feelings with each other. There's that part as well. Maybe some of the things that you've been hiding is your vulnerability. Some of the things that you've been possibly hiding is your true feelings towards somebody, or somebody's doing that towards you, hiding their true feelings towards you. Or there's some things that, you know, long-term relationships, things that still haven't been said and discussed and explored. It's that time. Venus in Gemini. I told you, perspective is changed when a theme. Well, you guys, you know me. I love a hat and heels, a matching hat and heels, guys. Na left me out. La left me out. And if that's a theme, that we're all going to be experiencing, whether we're going to be attending weddings or being the bride or the groom. Let's be and saying that, I'm wearing a wedding band. You know, the last couple of days I've been wearing this wedding band, and I'm not superstitious like that. And like, I know people say, you know, if you wear a wedding band on your wedding finger before you're married, then you'll never get married. I've been married, so I'm not worried about that. And this ring here, which is like, it's a cheap ring, but I bought it twice because it was a cheap ring and I knew it would tarnish. So this is like round 2, and this ring, my daughter, the baby, has asked me if she could wear this as her something borrowed when she gets married. So it's a theme, it's in the air. I'm not going to pretend that it is not. because it really is. And some of you, it can be just even the marriage between your own masculine and feminine energies truly going into matrimony together. And I did a ceremony for that for myself last year, like for real, in front of the mirror. I married my masculine and my feminine energy together. And every time you pray, in a sense, that's what you're doing. You're bringing your feminine and your masculine together in and bringing God into the conversation. So it could be something as simple as that. Even the heart-to-heart conversations that you're having could even be with yourself, about being honest about how you are truly feeling and thinking about a particular somebody. And then we got romantic feelings. I told you, listen to me when I'm telling you that this is all themey. It's very themey, it's very loud, it's very here. And so it's up to Ono how you proceed forward and move in this energy. Now, my advice is to stay open and to stay fluid and not get fixed to any particular outcome. And then that way you can, you know, enjoy this exploration, these conversations. Because once you decide, if you have a heart-to-heart conversation and you decide what type of outcome you want, how you want the conversation to go, what you want to be said from the other person, how you want the other person to react to the things that you're saying. I mean, it's already a recipe for disaster, you know. Or if you're in a situation where you're waiting for that conversation to be proposed to, and it doesn't happen, and because it's not the right time. So no pressure, no pressure. Some of us have our reservations about Western marriage, and so it might be something shamanic. It doesn't need to be involving Simon and them. You can go out into the rainforest and you know do a ceremony there. You see what I'm saying? So don't be deterred and put off by the whole commitment of something like marriage. Okay? Because it's a keep it open mind. After all that, I didn't even look at it. Because I enjoy that. I like to talk and then flip the card and then it's something. Keep it open mind. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. Because your expectations already done killed love already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100 times already. So why are you coming in with expectations in the first place? Just flow. Just flow. I used to have a type. You know what my daughter said to me the other day? Oh my God, I was absolutely shocked when she said it to me. Now, when I was in my 20s, there was this presenter called Reggie Yates. Reggie Yates was like, I never was attracted to Reggie Yates at all. Like, and first of all, he was younger than me, and I was in a relationship with a child. So I never really looked at Reggie Yates like that. Reggie Yates was accessible them days there. So I never looked at Reggie Yates. He wasn't attractive to me. And then he popped up again last week. And I was like, "Bro, I wonder what happened to Reggie Yates. Let me see Reggie, When I saw the picture of Reggie Yates, I was like, what a way Reggie Yates beautiful. And I was telling my daughter, hear her to me, yeah, you like them, that's your type. You like them lighties. I was like, fam, I've only been with one light-skinned brother in my life, and that was your daddy. So, blood, that's really not my type. Just because we were together for 18 years, that's really not my type. And it made me think about it and think about all of the different people that I've explored relationships or been courted by or whatever. And I truly don't have a type. I truly don't have a type. I have a small preference that people would be not too tall, just because I'm so small. But other than that, I mean, because I've been with some 6'4" brothers, not one, not two, a few, and I come up to their waist. And it looks ridiculous, really and truly. But nonetheless, there are pros and cons to such things. But I digress. Your type. Don't have a type. Don't have a type. some of y'all will possibly be going for same sex. Some of y'all will be possibly outside of your race, outside of your culture, outside of your religion. So keep an open mind, y'all. This is anything goes in the year of the rabbit. Anything goes. So just be open. Just be open. Keep an open mind. So that's the energy of Gemini. Venus in Gemini. Venus in Gemini. What else are we going to talk about? Jupiter in... I'm going to see if I can go out with them, you know, because it sounds like it sounds really fun. Then I can hear them getting ready and, you know, getting it together, and I'm thinking, well, my makeup's done and I feel like I'm in my outfit. I would go out like this and just, you know, obviously wear a jacket, but I feel like my outfit is Carper. Get me? I've been out for a minute still. Anyway, let's have a look at Jupiter in Aries. What haven't we used? I've got my very first deck here, the angels, the fairies, I mean. Got the fairy deck here. Let's look at themes for Aries in Jupiter. Jupiter in Aries. Jupiter in Aries. Jupiter in Aries. Give me a couple of themes. What can we feel? What I mean, how can we move? I mean. Show me something. Show me something good. Strength card says, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. I love that so much. And I see the lion, obviously Leo energy, leadership energy, king of the jungle, but I also see the lamb here, the meek, the children. There needs to be more of an expansion of village energy, yo. Like, I beg you, first of all, you know, don't just see a child and think, oh, it's not mine, don't care. We have to be a village out here. The children are our future. That's the whole point why we're out here doing these videos and raising this type of awareness. It's not necessarily for us big people, you know. It's for the babies at the end of the day. You know, we're trying to set things in, set foundations and things in motion for them. It's not about us. You know what I mean? So be strong during this. I feel like Jupiter in Aries energy, as expansive as it will be moving forward in our endeavors, is also going to be an expansion in Aggie energy. You know, so we really need to be strong in this time. And in this depiction, there's the lion, there's the I knew I would do that. There's the lion, there's the lamb, and the goddess here. And so, you know, we need to come together. It looks like the Holy Trinity as well. It's the family. It's the family. Family's a theme right now. So there needs to be an expansion in family repair, family discussions, family values. Guys. Boys. It's so beautiful, isn't it? I feel to just draw another card from this fairy deck. Jupiter and Aries energy. Jupiter and Aries energy. Any more advice? Thank you. We've got the Devil card. Here it's depicted as the ego. And it says, the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in your fear and your worry. So I feel like the advice here is don't be attached to nothing. Don't be attached to nothing. For expansion, sometimes you have to release things. For things to truly, truly come into your space, you have to get rid of some things, because you can't be at capacity and expecting, you know, new stuff to come in. Some of y'all, you have got too much shit in your house. You have got too much clutter. You really truly need a clear out. I'm talking to myself. My clothes are ridiculous. And so, you know, to get rid of those old things, not necessarily to bring new clothes in, but just to make space. Maybe you're not making room for your new clothes, maybe you're making room for somebody else's. But how can you bring somebody into your space, or begin to create a new space with somebody, um if you've got too much stuff? You know, the aim of this 7 year is to travel as lightly as you can. April is your fall, and as the, you know, you already know, travels light as a feather, you know. So you truly want to release anything. And like I said, the purging of the soul means the purging of the material, the purging, really looking at our values right now. What do we truly care about? What is important to us, and what isn't? And what isn't can be released. Because how is it serving us? How is it serving you? I got a cute little setup. Like, it's all like, all the cards are gridded in it. It's cute, but they did fall. Some of them fell on the floor. And then we've got the Prince of Spring, which is the Prince of Wands. And it says here, immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. Because it's a theme, and you can see all of the planets are working together, as would possibly the aspects be working together. You know, everybody's moving together gracefully and beautifully. It's like an orchestra. It's like an orchestra. And you are part of that orchestra. In fact, you're the conductor. You're the conductor of that orchestra. So you have to allow these planetary movements to work for you in order to assist you with purging of the soul what is not needed. And that includes past lives, that includes past trauma, that includes past thought patterns and paradigms and ideals, you know, that are no longer serving us. And I talk about past life stuff as well, because I feel like many of the people in my life, I've been rolling with them for lifetimes. And so when a certain cycle comes up, that is exhausting and draining, this has got to be the last time for me anyway. I am absolutely not engaging in any more cycles that damage me or anybody else that I love. And I know that it's my part, it's me, it's something I need to do. I'm not looking at the other person as to what they can do. It's like, what do I need to do? What's my part? What's my play? What's my repeated behavior? And that repeated behavior that continuously brings about the same cycle is what needs to be released. And if you're honest and truthful and having conversations with yourself and others, then you will see what those things are. It's not going to be hard, because we're completely supported by the planets right now, because they want us to do this. Because again, like I said, this Pluto in Aquarius energy is really setting us up for something incredible if we choose it for the next 20 years. Alrighty. What else did I say? What else did we talk about? What's the theme? I haven't really pulled any clarifiers or anything like that, but I feel like we're just going through the energy nicely. We might have to read from this one from Alistair. This Earth. No, I was going to talk about Earth Day. Shall I? This Earth Day. Give us a couple of themes for this Earth Day. Yes, Marilyn. Give us a couple of themes for this Earth Day. You've given us 2. Thank you so much. We've got the Tower. This is an amazing depiction of the tower, isn't it? Thank you, Divine Feminine. Thank you, girl. So the tower in this Earth Day is just giving me things needing to fall away, things needed to um, be burned down to the ground, certain old structures, especially literally. I feel like we're going to be seeing buildings falling, structures sinking into the ground. I'm seeing that things like I mean, in my things like if I'm in London, I would be seeing things like Big Ben, Westminster Abbey, those types of things just dropping down, like really deteriorating and crumbling. Thank you, JK. Um, so let's not be surprised if we're seeing certain, and also I would say this is just a little channeling. I feel like in the same way that Japan has got 700 new um, islands, we're going to see things like that as well as we move up into the dimensions, into the consciousness and things. We're going to start seeing things that weren't there, and also with the melting of the walls as well, the melting of the listen, JK, I'm not the one, yeah. Thank you for your compliment, but if you continue with your foolishness, I will block you. Stop playing with me. I'm also seeing that, hey Peppa, I used to have a friend in secondary school called Peppa. I'm starting to see as the ice walls melt and the absolute removal of the firmament gone, we're going to see structures and things that we'd never seen before that have been there the whole time but have been hidden. So that's what I'm getting for that. I'm also getting, we got the Emperor as well. We got the Emperor as well. And the Emperor obviously is giving big leadership energy, big Aries energy. I feel like most days are a good day for manifestation. If it feels right and it feels good for you, go for it. Do that. Obviously, new moon energy is not the most ideal energy to bring things for you. I'm not saying about new moon energy is perfect. Yes, 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 and more yeses. Chatting shit to myself because we're not in a full moon, we're in a new moon. So yeah, it's a perfect day, especially with this being an Earth Day, a portal, all the things. Of course, it is a great day for manifestation. I think most days are. So boom, Emperor energy. Should we read Emperor energy? Should we read them both? Tower and Emperor energy, big major arcanas for this Earth Day. Let's have a look. New leadership. Oh shit, that's what I got as well. New leadership. Obviously we've got this King Charles coronation thing happening on the 6th. As I said, I don't think he's going to be around possibly until the end of the year. They're definitely not going to put him on the money, so that's going to be an indication. They would have started to do that now. They would have started to pull back the money long time and telling us, thank you Cleo for the donation, telling us from long time ago about the changing over of the money, but they're not doing that because they know my boy's going to be dead if he's not already dead. Because some of the things that I see now, I'm starting to really see like holograms and AI. I mean, how have we got an album by J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar? They've never been in the studio together, blood. So how have we got a whole album of them? And then the other day my brother posted like a next song by Drake and somebody else and it was AI. And we're part of the problem for supporting that shit. I'm not supporting it. I'm not fucking supporting it. If it's not the actual people, I'm not involved. I'm just not getting a play from me. It's never getting a play from me. I don't care. If I'm curiosity will kill off the cat. See me? So no, absolutely no. But yeah, I'm feeling like some new leadership coming through with this new in this Earth Day. This is going to be a theme from now till next year. And I believe that this leadership that's coming through is not going to be just about a country leadership. This is like a planetary leadership. I feel like, yeah, let me stop. Let me stop right now. I'm not talking about New World Order. I'm not talking about even a patriarchal leadership. I feel like this is going to be the handover. This is going to be this inheritance that we've been banging on about for so long. Right. Alrighty. Tower. Or the blasted tower, the house of God or war. Hebrew Mars. This card is attributed to Hebrew letter Peh, which means a mouth. The card, which admits of two interpretations in one. In manifestation, in the rudest form of pure destruction, the destruction of the old established eon by lightning, flames, and engines of war. The other interpretation is drawn from the cult of Shiva. At the top of the card appears the eye of Shiva. I'm going to show you in a minute. According to this, the card represents perfection, the perfection of annihilation by emancipation from the prison of organized life. The dove and the serpent represent the feminine and masculine impulses. In the language of Chopinier, the will to live and the will to die. My G's, the annihilation of the old eon. You heard that, innit? Okay, so you heard that, innit? Let's read the Emperor. Let's read the Emperor. Where are you? Okay, the Emperor. This card means government by means of two contrasting symbols. These are the ram, which when wild is solitary and courageous, and the lamb, second time we've had the lamb, which is docile and cowardly, and is in fact the ram tamed by authority. The posture typifies the alchemic sulfur, the fiery element of the universe. The red eagle represents the red tincture of the alchemist, which is the nature of gold. So has the ram been tamed by the lamb being... I always see the lamb as religion, but it says here the lamb's always been weak and timid, yet it was tamed by it. So again, this is falling away. Religion, all of the things are falling away. People are going to be doing whatever feels right for them. Really shut up, talk to me. People are going to stop following religion, so to speak, and be just doing what feels right to them, taking elements of different truths and incorporating them into their everyday lifestyles. So that's one of the biggest pillars of the old world is religion. So once that crumbles and falls down in the tower energy, it's going to be very difficult to keep the masses under control. This is very exciting times, my G's. That's why it's asking you to be strong, to be courageous, to be patient with the process and yourself. There's so many. I feel like all of what we've, even though we've cut it up into different categories, wow, your cousin makes tinctures from scratch. Our family wants to know what they are, Shona Benita. Tell them now. So yeah, I feel like there's definitely going to be a huge shake up in the coming months between now, this April and next April, when it comes to religions, as one of the pillars of the old world. It's saying new leadership, isn't it? We're going to be leading um, ourselves through our spiritual journeys, because organized religion has always been around to keep us in bondage and separated, most importantly. Oh, they are herbal extracts. Say nothing, Shona Banita. Yeah, we're going to be having conversations about that soon, girl. We're going to pull a crystal and then I'm going to get out of here because I want to see if I can go out with these kids. If they'll take me, they'll be at the door like, can I come? Looking at me like, I mean, they know I can morph myself into looking younger than I am. So, you know, and I've learned some of these dance moves. You get me? These young dance moves. I've been learning them because I got TikTok, you know. You know, I got TikTok. And I really want to be on TikTok dancing because that's what I feel like TikTok. TikTok is for dancing and for tea. Really good tea, like esoteric tea. TikTok is for dancing and esoteric tea. But I truly, I've been learning. I'm gonna do some type of video to show you all the different moves I've been learning lately. What is our overall crystal for the collective? Our overall crystal for the collective is Adjoite. Adjoite is a 30. A bit peckish too now. I have my last, whatever, I might just have a smoothie and not eat no more of that dinner. It was so nice. I didn't even eat a lot. Compassionate being. Adjoite brings about a profound spiritual revelation, drawing out your karmic wounds. Didn't I tell you that your soul is going to be purged in Aditya? This crystal reframes cellular memory and past contracts. Self-understanding, you are a being of infinite love and compassion. Find your core of ultimate peace and universal love. Release your toxic emotions, replacing them with forgiveness, compassion, and serenity. The only way you can release them is for them to come through, for you to be able to see them, like my really bad Hannah experience right here. What you have been through allows you to appreciate the pain of others' path. Do not absorb their pain. Remain dispassionate, detach gracefully, and move on. Remember, I told you about choosing your battles as well. Divination. Put down your burdens, knowing you are a being of light. Resolve conflicts and forgive those who wounded you. Give someone a second chance. Honor your promises. Find the best solution for everyone. Let your dispassionate compassion encompass all. Dispassionate compassion encompass all. Charity or volunteer work is indicated. Healing insight. Immersing yourself in the love of the divine automatically leads to health and happiness. Frequency exceptionally high. Chakras, third eye, crown, heart, throat, and solar star. Timing Virgo and Aquarius. Soul path, keeping an open and compassionate heart. You heard me, Shana. Second chance. Give somebody a second chance. You heard me. Why you acting like you did not hear me? It wasn't me, it was the book. I'm just a messenger. I don't care. So I'm gonna be out. I pray that this lands with you in perfect peace, in perfect timing. I thank my ancestors, my guides, my angels, my Orisha, especially Mama Yamea today, and my guardians and my guides of the sea and the air of the earth for accompanying me in today's video. Me too, Brooklyn, baby. It's not even a matter of even, well, just be cool, just be cool. I did say that last year, innit? I said I wasn't encouraging foolishness, but I was saying that, just be cool. Just everybody just be cool, man. Just be cool. And once you're cool, then, and let go of your expectations and your attachment, because it said detach yourself, then, you can flow. Be patient. There's lots of buzzwords here. Let go of your ego. Some things that fell on the floor, conversations, open, heart-to-heart conversations, there's lots of this, you're being supported, the energy is being supported, so don't be a dum-dum, and, be honest with yourself. If you truly don't want to, don't, but you do. See you lot later. I'll see you lot later. I love you lot so much. Join me over on Patreon if you want. Website's relaunching at the end of the month. And yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just going to be about in and out. 111 Grace Anna. That is a beautiful name, Grace Anna. So anyway, my G's, please be wonderful, be amazing, be awesome. And I'll see you lot soon.